I love boxing. It's one of my favorite sports. It seems that Remy is closely monitoring Papo and his new relationship with Clarissa Shields. A few months ago, Remy and Clarissa got into a heated argument on social media. Displaying their clear animosity for one another, we assumed that Remy would end his relationship with Papoose after being dog-walked by his new girlfriend. But she still appears to be in love with him. But rumors have it that Papoose is going to pop the question to Clarissa. Remy is not happy about it though, because they recently broke up, and fans are still shaken by the drama between Remy and Papoose, especially since they were one of the strongest couples in hip-hop, and it seemed like they would put up with anything. Now that both of them are accused of cheating, and Remy is accusing us of being developers, it's like, how did we get here? Rumor has it that Rooney's romance ended after he was imprisoned for shooting someone in 2008. But despite everything, Papoose stayed by her side. And they even got married when everything else was questionable. But his unwavering commitment made the relationship seem unbreakable. And fans couldn't help but admire it in Hollywood, where devotion is as rare as corn every other week. Papoose' actions actually seem like a fairy tale, but he stuck to his principles like a rock, telling Remy how much he cared in a way that made him a legend in the entertainment industry. Remy now claims that he cheated on her while she was in prison, so at least that's what we thought. When she eventually left those prison gates in 2018, they were celebrating the birth of their daughter and remembering how Papoose had 3 children of his own, and Remy already had a son from a previous relationship. So they blended their families together beautifully, proving that they had a strong bond. However, by 2023, there were rumors that their marriage was about to end after Remy was accused of cheating with rapper Easy, the Block Captain. The once unbreakable love story began to seem much less certain, and the drama didn't stop there. At an industry gathering, Papoose ran into Easy, and the argument swiftly escalated into a full-fledged physical altercation. Papoose wasn't going to let anything go as things suddenly heated up without hesitation. He reportedly knocked Easy out cold, snatched up the microphone in the heat of the moment, and dropped a bombshell that left everyone stunned on the ground. The situation escalated to a new level of craziness when he accused Remy of cheating on Papo with ease. Rap battles are verbal battles. No holds, and be to your mother. Gotti wasn't back either. And as anyone who has watched knows, I don't give music ain rock for black love. It seemed like everyone had been discussing the situation in whispers for a minute when Daddy dropped the bombshell, making everything seem like an open secret. However, instead of simply leveling the accusation and moving on, Gotti attacked Remy, driving her through the mud for cheating. The crowd went crazy when he made it clear that, in his opinion, she had abandoned the man who had stood by her side through thick and thin. This was not just an accusation. It was a verbal takeover interview in which he expressed his admiration for her, telling the world that she was the best thing that had kept him down in public relations for 6 years. What's shocking about all of this, though, is that Ease essentially confirmed the claims without trying to discredit them. And he's not dead. He's probably still got the female. It turns out that Papoose wasn't going to watch him suffer heartbreak after all those years of dedication. Rumor has it that he ended his relationship with Remy because she had cheated instead of getting involved in the scandal. Papo swiftly moved on and took a new girlfriend, professional boxer Clarissa Shields. The reason for the start of Tea Time is that there are rumors that Remy is not handling Papoose's new relationship well, and that it is becoming serious. At first, Remy seemed cool, uninterested, and completely over the issue when it comes to standing up for her rights. Many say she is acting rashly, insulting people, and going insane. In fact, she has been implying that she is prepared to throw hands when the time comes. I firmly believe that sometimes people need to fight it out because talking about it doesn't always work. Mutual agreement that you either don't agree with or you might start seeing things from someone else's perspective when it gets to the point where, for example, you don't even want to hear how I used to be. I don't give a damn about how you felt. I don't care what you thought, what's up, or what we're doing, and that's where I come in. She said, "You haven't had a fight in recent times. You're really not ready for this work, adding, I don't even like talking about fighting. Sometimes people be kneeing and putting hands on them. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite sports. I never imagined she would stop there. But a few days ago, she took Instagram to attack Papo and Clarissa, posting a text message that Clarissa gave him that said, "You were the one who was married. You accept responsibility. The fact that you arrived home shouldn't be a huge concern if you can't at least spend the night with me over the phone or in person." Papa's stupid self refused to leave. And while Clarissa Shields was lying in my house, she appeared to be asking Papoose to tell her the truth about clowning her forward riding, saying that it was safe to talk because you've dozed off in the Sprinter. When she heard my voice, she became terrified and hung up, saying, "I'm sorry, but I'm telling everything." Clarissa Shields' story, A. Public Relations. Team has been spreading false information about me for far too long in an effort to paint me negatively and him as God's gift. Pap should have issued a statement to stop the story, but he insisted that the best course of action was for me to keep quiet. "I'm tired," he said, and he said he would never fuck you because you're ugly. Don't worry, even though I saw it all. Now that you're such a tough boo, the world will see it. However, Clarissa didn't stop there. According to this New Yorker, Clarissa was furious when she learned that Remy had made her public by blowing up Papa's phone with the words, "I know you have to do something for this girl today, even though HUD is playing online games." For some background, I said that as a professional boxer. Clarissa shouldn't be made public for dating a man who is still legally married, especially since Rye has been revealing personal information about her. She wrote, for example, "You were a dummy, Miss Shells. I took a picture of your discussion, and he was getting me jail before he followed your advice. It had been 17 years since this woman had cheated on him. I can't be up here exposing her and everything before the movie comes out on December 25th because my PR team will be furious when they see this. Saibar Ramite was holding me down with one of his chicks, the same woman who might have exposed you using my platform. He kept leaking more texts, but he was about to imply that he was the author of my rhymes. So let's say that if anything private comes out about me, it's him because he threatened that too. I'm not happy, but all right. I'm going to stop because I don't want to stress you out any more than you already are. Seems to be Clarissa's way of baiting Papoose for the bare minimum. It's always the right thing to do. But I can't thank you for your words because I'm worried about talking and you not listening. I won't elaborate further. I ask for gifts, implying that I like flowers and that I need some alone time while I'm tripping. I'm lying here feeling foolish and uncertain. I'm tripping the Remy clown Clesa for this quote. Miss Shields, I'm a respectable woman with only one spouse, so I'm a taker rather than a giver. So Mother Earth won't just keep on. I'm the one with the bag, so he won't buy you anything because he thinks he is the prize. I'm not your enemy. In fact, I'm really happy, which is why your partner is angry. Oh, and you look silly too. Despite your claim that you feel foolish, she appeared to be Thing Papoa. Brypap's final response to her was that Remy is regrettably a narcissist who has a history of cheating. And she's acting like the victim now that I've moved on and I've had multiple divorces. He went on to say, "You are lying about history in front of the world. And I will never have anyone imprisoned again to protect my 6-year-old child who has to go to school. I am fabricating text messages that you said were from 10 years ago. And you are the one who toys with the police by lying about events that happen in front of the public. As you can see, I have remained silent throughout. It is normal to make up a story to justify infidelity actions. Well, I was at home with my daughter last Christmas, and now that I have finally moved on, this is where Remy was. Narcissistic, angry, and making up lies. I proposed that we get a divorce like adults, but she refused. Remy was accused of cheating on him with his friend Easy. The black captain, which made him respond. The last time I saw him, I knocked him unconscious, and Remy woke him up and took him home for 4 days. As you can see, I brought my daughter home, but she couldn't handle it. I still got her messages telling me to lie about the knockdown so I wouldn't lie and say I didn't punch this chump out. But so what? Refrain from lying about it again. Day, all you do is lie to make yourself look okay in the background. He shook my hand and then slept with my wife, which is why I knocked him out. She said that it wasn't because he slept with my wife, but rather because you said that this was the only way you were going to leave with the public outcry. I've been begging you to leave and let's have a private divorce for years. You know that I'm not the social media type, and you take advantage of my morals, which date back to my childhood and the so-called gang of girls image against me when I film. She also revealed that she battled with gambling, and that Tread had tried to coerce her into paying for a speedy divorce. Don't talk about the real you. Your stupid ego was telling them that you will do anything to keep the impression of, oh Remy, I helped you create black love. I'm going to call the police for help. I was saying that you are a rat and a snitch. Call your brothers, Joe. You approved of the lies being spread about me, including the number of my friends and family. You hated that I started a battle reply, and I was angry that I was helping other rappers over you. She added, implying that he was jealous of her success and his support of other